Pilate scourged Jesus, and soldiers placed a crown of thorns on his head and a purple robe on him. They mocked, "Hail, King of the Jews," and struck him. Pilate said, "Behold, I find no fault in him." Jesus came forth wearing the crown of thorns and purple robe. Pilate said, "Behold the man." The priests and officers cried, "Crucify him." Pilate replied, "Take him and crucify him. I find no fault in him." The Jews said, "By our law he ought to die, for he made himself the Son of God." Pilate, afraid, entered the judgment hall and asked Jesus, "Whence art thou?" Jesus gave no answer. Pilate said, "Knowest thou not I have power to crucify or release thee?" Jesus answered, "Thou couldst have no power against me, except it were given from above." Pilate sought to release him, but the Jews cried, "If thou let him go, thou art not Caesar's friend." Pilate brought Jesus to the judgment seat at the pavement called Golgotha. It was the preparation of Passover, about the 6th hour. Pilate said to the Jews, "Behold your king." They cried, "Away with him, crucify him." Pilate asked, "Shall I crucify your king?" They answered, "We have no king but Caesar." Pilate delivered Jesus to them to be crucified, and they led him away. Bearing his cross, Jesus went to Golgotha, the place of a skull. There they crucified him with 2 others, Jesus in the midst. Pilate wrote a title for the cross, "Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews." Many Jews read the title, written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, near the city. The chief priests told Pilate, "Write not, the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am King of the Jews." Pilate answered, "What I have written, I have written." Soldiers divided Jesus' garments into 4 parts and cast lots for his seamless coat. They said, "Let us not rend it, but cast lots for it," fulfilling Scripture. By the cross stood Jesus' mother, her sister, Mary wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene. Jesus saw his mother and the beloved disciple, saying to her, "Woman, behold thy son." Then to the disciple, "Behold thy mother." And from that hour he took her home. Jesus, knowing all was accomplished, said, "I thirst." They filled a sponge with vinegar on hyssop and put it to his mouth. After the vinegar, Jesus said, "It is finished," bowed his head, and gave up the ghost. Jews asked Pilate to break the crucified men's legs for the Sabbath preparation. Soldiers broke the others' legs, but found Jesus dead already. A soldier pierced his side, and blood and water came out. He that saw it bare record, "True, that ye might believe." This fulfilled Scripture. "A bone of him shall not be broken, and they shall look on him whom they pierced." Joseph of Arimathea, a secret disciple, asked Pilate for Jesus' body. Pilate granted leave. Joseph took the body. Nicodemus brought 100 pounds of myrrh and aloes. They wrapped Jesus' body in linen with spices, as Jews bury. In the crucifixion place was a garden with a new sepulchre. They laid Jesus there, as the sepulchre was near. John 19 depicts Jesus' sacrifice, prophecy fulfillment, and kingship and suffering. This narrative is a cornerstone of Christian faith, showing divine love and redemption.